Hello, everyone. Welcome to the call. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Yay! So fun. All right, thanks for popping on. I know life is busy, but thank you for prioritizing and making some time to pop on tonight. So it'll be fun because we're going to talk about Hawaii. Who wants to go to Hawaii? And getting to Emerald. I know some of you maybe don't have that particular goal, but you're just kind of interested in what I'm doing or what I have done to work a business and how it all works. So I don't know why there's weird things on my screen. Anyways, okay. So how to get to Emerald. Before we kind of talk about that, I want to talk about this Jumpstart January incentive that corporate has offered us. And I love Jessica Heffley's video and how she said how it has nothing to do with the watch, but yet everything to do with the watch. So basically, the steps that we're doing, the action that we're taking in order to earn that Garmin watch, which is, if you don't know, it's the incentive that we have this month to gain 3 new customers with at least 50 PV, 3 new ambassadors with welcome packs ordered, backups on, and then at least 500 PV. PV is personal volume. So it's very basic, very simplistic, but that is vital to growing our businesses. And those simple, basically duplicatable things each month is what will help us grow and reach our goals. So maybe your goal isn't Emerald next month. Maybe your goal is silver, or maybe your goal is gold, or regaining a rank that you had previously achieved. So that simple duplication of 3 and 3 each month is so important. And actually, not just for us to gain, to get the Garmin, so to speak, but to train our teams to get the Garmin. So giving them the tools to put in their back pocket and utilize so that they can duplicate what we're doing. And I love that Jessica in her video said, whatever you are doing, tell your team so that they can duplicate that action. And honestly, it reminds me of, I was thinking, it's funny how you have like real life stories and it totally correlates with something in another area of your life. And so I've been thinking about this whole duplication thing. And I feel like as a mom, and I'm teaching my kids basically to duplicate what I am doing, because in a big family, our house can go from tidy to tornado status in about 5 minutes. And so, and if I'm not teaching, if I'm the sole person responsible for making sure everything's picked up, making sure it's organized, and meals are done, laundry's done, all that, I simply can't do it. And so I have to duplicate my what I'm doing, what needs to be done to my teammates, so to speak. And so I see parallels with, you know, home life, leadership, training children, and things like that, to how we have to be when we're growing a team, because basically our team is a diluted version of us, which I think is interesting. And so we can't be expecting our teams to be working harder than we are working. We basically set the pace, we set the bar, set the example, and the same goes for, you know, me as I'm mothering and teaching my kids. I'm not going to expect them to be working harder than I am. I have to be basically the runner, showing everyone, this is how you do it, guys. This is what we're doing. So similar thing here in our Plexus business is that you guys will duplicate down to your teams as you're leading them and teaching them. So I loved how Jessica said, what rank are you wanting to be? Are you wanting to rank up the next month or 2 or 3? So, or maybe Emerald is your goal. And she said, here's the question. Are you the hardest working person on your team? And this is, I kind of have a jumble of notes that I've just kind of been jotting down as I was thinking about this today. But the key to growth is new blood. So I've been in Plexus for almost 2 years. So Valentine's Day, it'll be 2 years for me. I haven't been working the business that long, but that's when I joined. And I guess it's basically what I was thinking is the people that you have, don't depend on them to get you to your new rank. Go find new people train new people. Okay, so you have all these little worker bees over here, but then you're going out and you're getting more people. You're getting new blood. You're getting excited people. Not that your other ambassadors aren't excited, but you're wanting to gain new ones. And that's what's creating momentum, is these new people coming in and they're introducing it to their new warm market, and it's starting to explode and expand, and the energy is high and the momentum's crazy. Okay, and when you get momentum like that, you ride it and you work it and you be thankful for it. Okay, because it can happen so fast. It's crazy how fast it can happen. But it starts with us. That's the thing, is the daily diligence. Okay, and I'll tell you here in a little bit what specifically I'm doing to grow. So, are you stuck? Or is your team stuck? Do you feel like everyone's kind of tuned out? They're not engaging on your team page or in your chat threads that you have? Okay, so if they are, what do? This is what we have to purpose, is I will be my own rock star. I will get myself to the next rank, the next level, whatever my particular goal is. So I love, I was thinking of Bridget Ryan. She is like she's on the top leaderboard. She's amazing with personal recruiting. Her team is growing like crazy. But she personally sponsored 300 level ones. And she actually has a video on YouTube. I think it's like her only video on YouTube, because she's like, I just haven't had time. She went diamond in a year, and she posted events, and she worked her social media sites, her Facebook page and her Instagram account, and signed up 300 level ones. Okay, if you guys have 300 level ones, you'll be emerald. Okay, you'll be emerald on your own. But the wonderful thing is, we do not have to only depend on ourselves, but we need to have the mindset that we will do the work to get ourselves there. Okay, if our teams want to hop in and do it with us, our wholesalers, you'll have a few that catch the vision with you, and they'll work it with you. Okay, that's the goal with that. But we have to be doing the work for them to even see that. Okay, let me see here. So the number one thing is personal recruiting, and I'll just be honest. I wanted that planner in November so bad. I was like, I guess I'm pretty red. I don't know if you guys have studied the color personalities, but when I have looked at those things, I'm pretty red. So if there's an incentive, or if there is something to win, I want to win it, because I'm a perfectionist. I'm a type A. I'm pretty driven and want to earn those to show that I can achieve them. Okay, I want to prove it to myself, but more importantly, I want to prove it to my team, because I want them to see my example. I want you guys to see my example, that I'm not just talking all this stuff like, oh, do this training, oh, listen to this, or do these things. I want to show and lead by my example. I want my actions to speak louder than my words. And so when I did not earn that incentive, I was upset. Like, I was not happy that I didn't earn it. And so I decided, you know what? I am not going to let that happen again. I am going to, when there's a small incentive or even a big incentive, I want to work my tail off and earn it, so I can show my team that they can do it too. Okay. And so the number one thing is personal recruiting. I believe, looking back in retrospect, and I listened to a call by Christy White, I think I referenced it last week, is if you haven't watched that, go search on the team page. It's on there. Okay, it's really good. Actually, all of her videos are really helpful. But anyways, where was I going with that? Christy White. I've lost my train of thought. Where did it go? Well, we were talking about Christy White.
Personal recruiting.
Yeah, personal recruiting.
Mm-hmm. I have a thought on that, and I don't know where it went. Oh, well, maybe it wasn't important. But I know what it is. She was saying, in light of time management. So she said, well, her trainer got on and was training and said 50% of your time, your Plexus time, should be spent personal recruiting, growing your own business. That is not responding to messages that people ask you on your team, doing team page stuff, listening to calls, personal development, any of that. It's basically talking to people, networking, meeting new people, things like that. So that was a clicker for me. And especially when Christy got on later and said, actually, I don't think 50% is the right percentage. I think 80%. And so she said, she gave her own personal example that when she got to Emerald, she wanted her team to get there and she was wanting to help them and coaching calls and all this stuff. And she said she neglected her own business, really. And that's why she kind of stagnated or didn't grow or something. But I feel like I have continued to add new level ones and each month and have customers. I have a steady growth of that, but I feel like my focus, that's not been my focus. And I see now that that has to be my focus and that my team will come along with me. Okay. So this month when they offered that January Jumpstart January thing with the Garmin watch, I was like, I am earning that watch. I am doing it. And I felt like I had like the rumblings of momentum. Okay. I could feel that there was momentum. And the people that I was talking with all in November, there were several people that signed up, but then a few of the people that were on the fence, on the line, like they had different excuses. Like, oh, you know what? I have to wait till next Thursday, which was like the end. It was already in December. I'm like, oh no. Okay. All right. It's okay. And then different people had excuses. Those people still have not ordered or joined me. Okay, so you set those people over here and say, okay, no problem. Continue to follow up, not annoyingly, but every once in a while, and then go back to personal recruiting, personal sponsoring, going and networking, learn to network online, go do some stuff in person and meet new people somewhere. And so I've started doing that, and that 90-day rule has come into play. And if you're not familiar with that 90-day rule, basically what you do now is going to affect what happens in 90 days, or we can say in 30 days or 60 days. Basically, this is not a quick fix, just like the products aren't a quick fix. The business takes time and it takes work. I had Jessica under Melody earned the Garmin watch. She earned it today, I believe. And she was so pumped, so excited. But she did tell me, she said, I see that this business takes work. It's not just going to happen. Okay. So yes, that's a super important key point. So it starts with us. It kind of ends and starts with us. So what if you set the goal, and Melody and I were chatting about this a little bit, is use that 500 PV, the 3 customers and the 3 ambassadors as baby steps. Okay, go with the 500 PV first, or maybe however it happens first. Like you get one customer, yay, hooray, and then say, okay, I need to find someone that's wanting to be an ambassador, and sometimes it's kind of a luck of the draw a little bit, because sometimes you have people that they all want to be ambassadors. And honestly, I didn't think I was going to get that 3rd customer this month. I mean, yesterday when she signed up. But when she got to the Social Security number part and reading the terms and agreements, she's like, I'm like, just be a customer. It's okay. You can do that first. And then once you love it, then you can upgrade to be an ambassador. So some of it's, you might sign 6 customers up or 6 ambassadors either way, and maybe don't earn the actual incentive, but you have done the work to earn that. Does that make sense? And what if you set out the goal and you're doing the work, you are all in, full-fledged, and you're 1 person short? What happens then? And I like how Jessica Heffley said, be vulnerable, be authentic and real with your team. Say, I set out to earn it. I signed 3 new customers and 2 ambassadors, and I had 500 PV. I was 1 person short, but I'm not quitting. And so it's kind of one of those things. It's a goal that you set, and even if you're a little bit short, you're still growing, you're still working, and your teams should be having that same passion, that same energy. And so Jessica gave the challenge, and I'll give the challenge too, is if you want to rank up or you want to be in Hawaii in September, which you have to qualify by July 31st of this year to be there this September, or maybe you're a little bit on the slower track, or you feel like you need more months to be able to get there, to grow a team, maybe you'll be there the following year, so you have 1.5 years to earn it. She said it is vital, if you want to rank up, you need to add 10 personally sponsored level 1s by March 31st. And I totally agree with that. And you know what I did? Is I took that challenge and I made it my 1 month goal. Okay, some of you aren't as crazy as I am, and that's okay. You don't have to be as crazy as me. But that's my goal this month. Not necessarily love 10 ambassadors, but I want 10 new people. I want them signed up as customers or signed up as ambassadors. And so far I have 8. And I have, on top of that, I've restarted an old customer as well. So guys, I've been in this for almost 2 years. And if I feel like I've kind of worked through my warm market. I mean, there's still plenty of people, even family members closest to me, that are not on my team yet or not on the products. And they may never be. That may just be a given. But if I can do this 2 years in and build, from the get-go and rebuild, you guys can do it too. Okay? If you've just joined, I'm not going to say it's easy, but like your warm market's right there for you to chat with, for you to sign, So, but even with me being 2 years in and still able to meet people, and it's doable. I just did it. So working towards that Garmin, the 3 and the 3. So it's doable. You can do it. So if you want to be Emerald by July, I thought this was a very profound thing. Jessica said yesterday, she said, the person on your team to get you to Emerald is not on your team yet. And she ended her video saying, go find them. So consider that. The people that are on your team currently may not be the ones that are actually going to help you, work with you, lock arms with you to get you there. Okay? So we shouldn't expect full-time pay with less than part-time hours. I'll say there needs to be at least 1 power hour per day, so seven hours per week of concentrated business building time. Okay, power hours should be your first power hour, at least, should be your personal recruiting, where you are basically, this is how I view myself. I view myself, and this is from Justin, which he got it from someone else. We view ourselves as a connector. So we're connecting people with the products, connecting people with the business. You're basically seeing if you have an open door. That's how I view myself. Hey, are you open? You're connecting and you're asking if they're open to learn more, to have a sample, just kind of feeling them out. Now, I also view myself as a voice. Okay, Plexus, it's network marketing. They don't pay advertisers and things like that. So I'm a voice. That so helped me. I don't know if it helped you guys, but I have struggled with a lot of fears. And so just viewing, it takes the pressure off. It takes the salesy, annoying, or even the preconceived, like I don't want to put it on people that, oh, they're annoyed with me, because most people are not. They're interested, they're intrigued, or they're at least willing to hear me out or support me. So having that that mindset that I am a connector and I'm a voice, just to tell people about products that have changed my life. And then the third thing, which I feel like this is what my passion and my reason for even saying anything about Plexus on social media, was that I'm an educator. I am teaching. I'm just basically sharing what I'm learning. And that was what was so exciting to me when I first started Plexus. And it's still so exciting to me as I continue to learn about the science behind the products and how they work. And more than that, what they're doing for people that I know. It's pretty incredible. It's very exciting. So, all right. So what am I doing? How did I specifically earn the Garmin? So I decided after that incentive came out, and also just knowing it's the beginning of the year, it's big time for network marketing in general. This time of year is good for that. It's just a good time. It's a go time, basically. And also people are interested in health and wellness in the first part of the year. So I want to capitalize on people that are feeling gross and sick, and they need to do something for their health, or they know they want to prioritize and do preventative stuff, even if they're not sick or, feeling bad. So I decided, you know what, my minimum, instead of doing the 5-3-1, which is a great baseline, okay? Ray Higdon says, keep your baseline. Don't ever go below that, okay? That's your baseline every day. Sometimes in your business, you'll do a big peak where you'll do like a weekend push, or a 5-day push, or a 2-week push, or a 30-day push to basically present and reach out to as many people as you can. So that's kind of been my mindset. Okay, it's dreary here in Illinois. There's not a lot of stuff to do outside. We're cooped up in the house. We're focused on homeschooling, and when my kids are done with school or we have breaks or we kind of tag team back and forth, I'll go do power 20 minutes and I'm reaching out, following up, things like that. So I decided baseline was 20 for me every day. And I know some people I like the slow and steady wins the race type of thing. I loved Amy Booker's heart and what she shared on her video last night or yesterday about how she earned the Garmin. She has her short, very small window of time to work her Plexus business. And when she has that window, she kills it. She's on it. She's messaging. She's following up. And she said if there's anything she's good at, it's following up. And so that is so key. And her heart is so sweet and pure, and like the attraction marketing, but she's totally rocking that, because I think people are joining her because of who she is. They may not have any idea of what Plexus is or what she's selling them, but she has basically sold herself because she's such a likable, lovely lady, lovely person. So I track with that slow and steady. That consistency is super important, but and I don't want to turn slower growers off by saying I purpose to reach out to 20 a day. But if you feel stuck in your business, because that's where I was stuck. People that I was talking to, no one was joining, no one was signing up. So I decided, you know what? The way to cure that is activity. I need to do the work, dig in. My team, you guys are going to be fine. You're going to work your work and work your business. I don't need to be chatting and checking up and doing all these chat threads. I need to be focused, connecting with other people. And that's what I've done this month for a majority of my time. So just for example, Jessica on her IPA challenge group that she's doing for the middle of January through the beginning or middle of February. If you're not in that, that's really, really good. It'll help you grow. If you're not, let me know, or your sponsor know, we can add you to that, at least so you can kind of audit it and see what's going on and what people are doing. But she said one of the challenges last week was to write down everything that you did in your power hour, which I had multiple power hours that particular day. I just went through and added up all of the messages that I had sent specifically for connecting with someone or reaching out, cold messaging or whatever I had done. I had 55 plus messages that I had sent that day. I honestly don't count my IPAs. I just kill it in the amount of time that I have. My time is crazy. And so I don't have time to be chronicling what I'm doing IPA wise, but I am consistent with happy birthdays, because you know how Facebook works. When you comment on someone's wall and they start seeing your wall, things like that. I scheduled phone chats with potentials. That's something that I have started doing, that when people are interested and they want to know more, I'll maybe say, okay, I'll ask them a few questions and then send them a few things, and I'll say, hey, do you have time to chat tomorrow? And I get them on the phone. That connection over the phone, or if you're able to meet in person, that's even better. It's key. Supper dates, scheduling supper dates with new people, with families, get-togethers, things like that. Getting friends together. I'm active on Facebook and Instagram. I've just started learning how to utilize Instagram and the HashMe app, using those hashtags to gain new followers on Instagram and even Facebook. I'm friending new people, and also whenever someone accepts my friend request, I right away make a connection with them. Hey, introduce myself, who I am, a little bit about me. So that's key. Okay, these are all things that have been in other videos, so it's nothing new that I'm doing. I'm just doing them. And then utilizing that Facebook Live video that we did the other night, I'm adding people to that still, and same with the New Year, New You group that Angie's kind of headed up and organized. I'm still inviting people to that, because there's still people that need to get healthy and need accountability for their eating habits and Plexus is a tool, and you really have to address what you're eating. Are you exercising? What's your mindset? How's your spiritual life? Things like that encompasses health as a whole person. So this week, what I'm going to do, and actually Jessica Heffley, because I kind of was having a brain freeze the other day. I'm like, how do I reach out to people? Some of these people, I kind of know from like years ago. And so I was kind of thinking, I was getting fearful is what it was. I was getting fearful of, what are they going to think of me if they get this cold message about Plexus? Or do I connect with them first? I was kind of like, and I have to say, I don't always reach out the first time with Plexus. Sometimes I'm very direct. It kind of depends on who the person is, how I know them, what our relationship is like, things like that, okay? But Jessica messaged me 3 different messages that she's sent out, and I maybe will post those on the team page so you guys can check those out. And she's like, they are slightly salesy. She's like, mainly because I'm a little bit desperate to win that incentive for my team. And so she was offering, she included a little video, so one of Erin Harrison's about the triplex, and did a little blurb about that. I think that was to her old ambassadors or customers that she was wanting to help them restart. And she was also offering an incentive, okay? Same with when she would send the little triplex video that the shareables has. She was also saying, hey, I would love to offer you a special. This week I'm da-da-da. So it's like a little reach out with a special and the little video, the little 1-minute video. So I loved those examples that she sent me, because then I used them and tweaked them. I don't just slap, copy, paste. I make it personal. And depending on the person, I'll tweak it. So I am this week going to message any old customer that I feel like would benefit from restarting, which would be all of them. Some of them, you've gotten to know from, or I'm not interested. But if I haven't heard from someone in a while, I'll just reach back out to them, because I had an ambassador who signed up with me in one of my incentives right after I started, and she struggled, and followed up and helped her. But I recently found out that she joined as a customer under one of my ambassadors. She's from my hometown. I know where she is. I mean, it's great. Perfectly fine. I'm so glad she restarted. But it got me to think, you know what? Some of those old people that joined a year and a half ago, it might be good timing for them to restart, because maybe they didn't give it enough time. Maybe they weren't consistent. Maybe I wasn't the support that they needed. So I am reaching out to all old customers and old ambassadors that I feel like should restart, and I'm offering them a little incentive. I'm not exactly sure. Jessica offered them a free product if they were going to restart to try. So that will help boost your PV as well. So, and it's a write-off. So if you want to utilize some kind of little special like that. I'm also sending out lots of samples and specials with our new catalog. Did you guys order those? Oh my word, they're amazing. Love, love, love. I just love everything about it. I love that it's not screaming MLM, creepo, dancing on the beach type stuff. It's like super crunchy, looks like health and wellness, very educational, great recipes. Yeah, love it. So I'm going to mail that out. Anyone that's interested in the business side, I'm going to say, hey, can I send you some samples in the Success from Home magazine? I am printing off my friends list. Are you leaving?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I only have a few minutes left. I'm printing off my friends list that Jessica had said, and I'm going to utilize that. I'm going to go from Z's backwards up my list to utilize that list and be using that for my reach outs, just to be organized with that. So, okay, talking about Emerald. To earn the rank of Emerald, I don't know if you guys have mapped this out, but you need 1,500 points. So all of your ambassadors in your levels 1 through 3 qualify for 5 points apiece. So you need 300 people in your levels 1 through 3 to qualify as Emerald. And those people have to be active. That means they have 100 PV or over. Now, once you get close to Emerald, you'll start combing through your people and saying, oh, I have 50 people with 97 PV, or between 50 and 90 PV, and you're going, what are these people thinking? But so you'll have, it'll take more than 300 most likely, realistically, because some of those people won't be ordering 100 PV, or they'll have dropped off. Okay, so it's one of those things not to be overwhelmed, but map it out. If you are silver right now, map out how many new teammates you need per month to equal those points. So if you say, let's say you are Ruby. So Ruby is 500 points. In order to achieve Emerald, you need 1,000 points, and you have 6.5 months to achieve that. So break that down, divide it, and honestly, sometimes you'll start out small, like your points are smaller per month, but then they start to grow as it multiplies. You know what I mean? So that snowball can happen quickly. So don't feel like, oh gosh, I have to add 50 people to my team this month in order so I can get what is that? Whatever, you do the math so that you know how many points. And even if you don't hit the goal by July 31st, that's when you need to qualify, you will have done the work and set the foundation. You will set the pace for the year. You'll have worked hard. You will have gained a lot of experience and wisdom. And it's a learning curve. This whole journey is such a learning curve. So I wanted to share a story really quick about Samuel, but before I do that, also, utilize creative ways, and I see you guys doing this. A lot of you are super creative in how you are growing your businesses, whether it's, oh my word, I have this great idea for a video to do on my wall, or like Angie or Kathleen, your team hosted a tea and to talk about Plexus. So little things, however you can think of to be creative in your business. I was going to have Justin share, but he's off over there with what he's doing because he's not growing his business like I am. I am at home. I am online. That's how I'm growing my business. I'm doing some stuff a little, I'm in BSF and, have a day away. But he is growing his business in a very different way. It's mostly in person. He's going to networking classes and meeting new people. He's not looking for Joe Schmo down the road, elderly person that needs ProBio 5. I mean, that's great. We want to share Plexus with those people too. But he is recruiting up. He is going for business people. He is sharing what we're doing with people that are successful in business, because that's who you want on your team, is people that are better than you, that have business, that are business minded, things like that. So Samuel's story. Okay, so my son Samuel is 11, and he is saving up for a Lego set. Changes depending on the day. So he's saving up. It's an expensive Lego set. So for a kid that's 11, $300 or $200, I don't even remember how much it is a lot of money. But he's not daunted by that. And I love that his faith, his knowing that I'm going to earn that. I'm going to do my best. So he's always like, Mom, can I do some jobs for you? Okay, they're little piddly jobs for between $1 and $5. So if you map it out in your brain, like, oh my word, it will take me 15 months or 3 years to earn that much money. But no, I was sweeping in the other room, and I swept up a dime, and he's like, oh, Mom, I need that dime. I'm going to add it to my collection for my saving up. But I was thinking, it's funny how it correlates with me. And maybe this is a really bad example, or it doesn't click with you, but I was like, you know what? In my Plexus business, there are some people that, and this is not talking worth in light of worth as a person, but in light of business, we're talking business, you might sign up some people that are wholesalers. They're like pennies and some change, okay? But then you might, like Samuel might have a birthday and he gets a big check from one of his grandparents, and he gets to put that in the bank with his money as he's saving up for his goal. So then you might sign up some ambassador that brings you 50 or 100 or 300 people or points to your team. Okay, so it's one of those things. It's you set your goal, you work hard, and I know it's a crazy, weird example, but it clicked with me when he was, I don't know, when I was thinking about it, how it parallels setting that goal, even if it seems like, oh my word, how will I ever earn that? It's doable. It's because people have done it. I've done it. You guys can do it. And it's totally worth it. So fun. And the things you learn in the meantime are priceless. So, all right, we have a few minutes. Who has questions, or what did I not cover? You guys can unmute yourselves and ask real quick.
Okay, I don't have a question, but I just want to say real quick that the opportunity tea that we had this weekend, we had 3 people there. 2 were customers. One was, we had a lot of people there, but 2 were customers and 1 was an ambassador who wasn't doing anything. One of the customers wants additional products. One of the customers is interested in becoming an ambassador. And the ambassador that was there who's doing nothing was very encouraged and asked her sponsor who was there how to help her get going again, and didn't even know you could use it for children. She has a 14-year-old that she wanted to get him going on it. So that was just encouraging to me. There weren't that many of us there. There might have been 10 or 11 of us there, but just those little tidbits of information were shared and people were excited about it. So that was good. Don't have to have a ton of people.
Exactly. I know that Amy, Paul, and Eric were teaching, and they said that they prefer those smaller sip and sees, even if there's 1 or 2 people there, because you get specialized attention on those fewer. Okay, anyone else have a quick question or any thoughts they want to share? About a minute left. Well, if you do have something, feel free to ask it on the team page or private message me. Anyone real quick? Alrighty. We have less than a minute, so I won't let it cut us off. We'll just go, and you guys have a great week. And let me know if you have any questions. Hi-ho. Have a great week, guys. Bye-bye.